Neph to America is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Neph to America, your cultural commentary for the end of days. I am David Lee Corbo, a.k.a. The Raven. That is Top Lobsta, the father of disinformation. We are also joined today by Doc Brown of Prometheus Lens Podcast.
I think he's recording this whole thing with his glasses.
Oh, that's right. He does have those glasses that record everything. They're full of smut, Solomon smut. Before we go into this episode, which is going to be really fascinating, let's talk about where you can find us and support us. That's patreon.com/, you don't have it pulled up, you son of a bitch. Nope. Patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. If you sign up there, you'll gain early access to episodes, ad-free listening experiences, access
to the episode we just did.
Oh, yes, Scythian bloodlines, inbreeding, and menstrual blood with Doc Brown of Prometheus.
I think that's the going title for the book, right?
Yeah.
This book is going to crush.
The Tale of Two Trees, Chasing the Dragon.
Okay. You got to figure out how to...
Little double entendre there.
You know what you do? You put it in parentheses, just as menstrual blood. So that way people get it, because that's a little bit, is an illusion going on there. All right. So also, you're going to gain access to private communities on Telegram, on Discord, things like that, and hang out with other dangerous retards, and discount codes off of merchandise from toplobsta.com, where not only can you find dope-ass merch, but you could also find the tickets to Brohemian Grow.
No,
that's the wrong button.
That's the right button.
Guys, it's going to be a banger, and the tickets are moving, and we haven't even announced the lineup, but Doc's going to be there. Isn't that right?
I'll be there. I got a table.
Let's go.
Your boy.
A bunch of the homies are going to be there, and we're going to announce all the homies a little bit later on, but tickets are moving, and so thank you guys. Thank all the dangerous
Doc's got
retards.
a nicer table than us.
He does. I have actually seen.
You saw it?
And I was going, that's how we should model.
He told me, he was like, can I come and bring a table? And I was like, sure. And then I saw his pictures of the table, and I was like, I might tell this guy no.
Let me tell you something.
So all the other guys that are coming, event.
Because I know Steven from Biblical Hitmen is coming. Like,
step your game up.
Dude, guys, don't sleep on whatever you're sending for merch tables, because this guy's got, it looks like it's going to be the centerpiece.
There's
like
a TV.
It's a whole...
You're driving around with the TV, too?
He's got a whole TV?
No,
is that real?
No TV. But I got the tablecloth. I got the stand-up 6-foot banner advertising the book.
Yeah, but when you say tablecloth, like it's like no, this is all logoed out, decked out. Like this thing is fully realized. You did a beautiful job.
Thank you, sir.
So today is a special day.
Special day.
Because you can see as the title of the show is Disclosure Day. We have been gifted a significant moment in the timeline.
Also, just I'm not monitoring the camera switcher. This is gonna go however it's gonna go.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, this kind of like, it might show me, it might show you.
There you go.
There we go.
It doesn't matter. So for since this show's inception, I was talking about it earlier. We were on the Best Political Show with Luke Rukowski and sweet Clintoris Russell all those years ago, and our breakout episode on that show was talking about aliens being a deception, and that they're really demonic entities, fallen angels, rebranding
themselves. It just feels yucky to say.
It does feel yucky to say.
It feels gross. It's quite the rebranding.
And so, it's been a major focus on this show, and especially in the last few months, let's say 6 months conservatively, maybe the better part of a year. It's been really on our minds a lot, because everything seems to have been pointing towards disclosure.
Yeah.
So we've been going on shows, and we've been hitting it.
And getting into arguments with Daddy, all kinds of shit
getting into arguments with Daddy. God bless Daddy. And it's been a roller coaster. And guys, we're finally here. And by that, I mean, this morning I woke up and Donald Trump, the Trump administration, released the first wave of the UAP files, the disclosure files, very much like the Epstein files when we got that dump of 350 million, was it? Or 3,500,000.
It was 6 million.
The first chunk was 3,500,000.
1 billion.
1,271,000 disclosure documents. Or, I'm sorry, Epstein documents were released. This is very similar to that. So this happens early this morning around 8 a.m. And as we're doing a show with you, Doc, I'm skimming through the timeline just to see what we've got going on.
Very rude.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm a great multitasker. Unlike... That was crazy. We don't say his name on this show. That's right.
Okay, all right, fine.
We don't say his name. But I'm seeing all these files hit the internet. I collected a great deal of them. And I got to be honest, before we even get into it, it's not as surreal as I had hoped.
Oh yeah, not at all.
It
Not at
never
all.
is.
It never. It's almost gay. Like you, man, you would think like, how could they make this gay? How could they make this boring? How could they make the Great Deception? How could they make the Book of Revelation underwhelming?
Right.
You're living through it.
Yeah, and I'm looking for this moment, man, where you imagine in your mind vindication is fun, because not too long ago we're sitting here with, can you bleep it? I don't want to say his name. With, and he goes, "What makes you guys so?" We were at the time we were going head to head with Alberino, with Daddy, and he's looking at this and he's like, "Why is this so important to you guys?" And we're like, "Because disclosure's coming." He goes, "What makes you think disclosure's coming?"
Who we're talking about?
Yeah,
the owner of.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And
I want to make sure.
Yeah. That's right. He who shall not be named.
That's right.
And he goes, "What makes you think this is happening?"
Mhm.
To his credit, disclosure has been a thing that's been on the horizon for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Doc, it's like as long as we've been looking at any of these phenomenon, disclosure's been hinted at, like it's coming down the pipe forever. Back in 2000.
It's the world's longest engagement.
Yes. Yeah, the world's longest engagement.
We're ready for the honeymoon.
Yes. And in that way, it has become underwhelming because you've waited for so long. We've edged for so long. I'm not even interested in coming anymore. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Don't even care.
Back in 2017, when the Pentagon came out and it said we have recovered off-world crashed craft, I thought, whoa, here it comes. And then fast forward to like 2019, tail end of 2018, whenever it was, Joe Rogan's doing a podcast with Bob Lazar, and I'm going, whoa, it is definitely coming.
Yeah.
Guys, that 2017 was almost a decade ago.
Right.
A decade ago. We've been sitting here edging. Now we finally get to come. It doesn't feel cool.
No, it's I mean, the way they're rolling it out too, it's a little bit slow. Doc, you don't pay attention to news, huh? You're just reading about menstrual blood?
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is news to
stuff.
you. This is kind of exciting to me. We usually get to do this with
I used to, but honestly, it's like since the Joe Biden, election happened, I was like, man,
Robo Joe.
I know how this story ends. I don't need a play-by-play. I just turned it off.
I hear that. I think that's actually pretty respectable.
It's commendable, but the journey is fun too.
It is. This is all part of the journey.
Yeah.
Well,
The
Matt
retard's
was saying,
journey.
He's going, oh,
Who?
shit. That mother, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That piece of shit. Yeah. He said, what makes you guys think it's coming? So to his credit, it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's been looking like it's coming for the longest time. But we did say, this is only a few months ago when we were arguing with Daddy. No, it is coming.
Yeah.
It just looks like it. The hits are coming too fast. The hints that are pointing in this direction are too many. I think it's actually here. And so lo and behold, here we are. And I guess this is a bit of a victory lap. Doesn't feel like much, but we're going to get into.
Well, wait, Doc, where are you at with the pastors, the Tennessee pastors? They're from where you're
that's a
from.
good question. Yeah.
Have you heard about this in the news? Do you know about that at the very least?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it on social media, but I don't know, man. Like you guys, it was being perpetrated that it was a secret, meeting between the government and local pastors, and it wasn't just pastors. It was fringy, quote unquote, pastors in our sphere.
Yeah,
we call them pod pastors.
Yeah, pod pastors. Yeah, and they were making it out like, oh, there's something happening. It's going to be so shocking that we gotta get our message together and here. This is what you guys are going to say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Then it come out, oh no, it wasn't like that at all. It was just a good old boys getting together, and they happen to know somebody in Congress that has been debriefed, and they just called them up and was like, hey, what's going on, man?
sure.
Like it's so informal.
So-
it's like, what do you believe?
What is the real story then?
On the surface, it looked like COVID. You remember when that happened?
Yeah.
Somebody took all the different recordings of all the different news stations across the entire world. They were all saying the exact same thing, word for word. When that happened, my first instinct was like, oh my gosh, is this another one of those?
We can't pick his. One second.
He's
I'm
got
sorry.
okay.
But the only difference is all those guys, I don't really know them that well.
Sure.
But
Hello,
Jamie Walden loved that dude. I know he's solid.
Hold on. We have
I'm
an
sorry.
interruption from a very disrespectful.
We're not allowed to say your name. I just want to know where you were.
You called me, dude.
Yeah, we were trying to see if you wanted to podcast, but you're busy. I get it.
I come all the way down from Tennessee to see you, bro.
Wait, is that Prometheus Lens?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dog.
Shut up.
You're not going to. Hey, look, we're doing a show, so if you're just going to ask where he's from, we don't have time for that.
My throat is shot, dude. I've been sick since Tuesday, man. I mean, I can.
I know why his throat
Wait, you
shot.
want me to come down there right now?
No, dude, it's too late. It's too late, baby. Now
Bye,
it's
Matt.
too late.
Sorry, you can't say your name on air.
So
Bye.
I'm not coming down?
I'm not coming down.
So, all right. This I know what actually happened. And
Okay.
It's not because I was in a secret meeting and I'm privy to any information. Initially, the knee-jerk reaction that we had on this previous episode
Of disgust and hatred.
we were reacting to the news.
Mhm.
And when I say the news, I mean the Daily Mail, all kinds of different publications were, they were reporting on this. Pastors meet in secret closed door meeting with U.S. government officials. Talk
Okay.
about shit getting blown way out of proportion.
And was it meant to? You got to at least ask that question.
I don't think it was meant to. I think we might have actually, this is where I'm erring. Now the other day on the show, I was highly skeptical.
You're
But
being reasonable now?
this is what I actually think happened. We were bearing witness to one of the actual organic viral. Remember when I pissed off everybody that was black?
Which time?
That's a great question. Which time?
The Dayquil time.
Okay, because there was another time.
There was another
Okay,
time.
but the Dayquil time was the biggest time. That was 20 million.
I remember that. That was fun.
Now, there were people that were saying I was a, what would you call it? A sort of infiltrator, a Fed meant to stoke the flames of a race war.
Uh-huh. Well, you were just some guy.
I was just some guy.
Yeah.
And there was an actual viral organic moment where everything was taken way
is
to the nth degree. You hearing something?
Lion, ox, man, bird. JT.
JT, why are we hearing JT?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, guys.
You're playing.
My glasses picked up on a podcast.
What? Really? I'm like, what's going on?
Well, it's got built-in speakers, and so I thought it was coming from here.
No,
but it's my glasses.
I didn't hear it.
I
Yeah.
heard a little
Sorry,
whisper. I don't
continue.
think anybody else heard that.
Continue. Just
So,
the voices in my head.
in other words, the magnitude of that thing, I made Dayquil viral. I made it trend on
Mhm.
Twitter.
Yeah.
And it went to 20 million. And
Okay.
people thought there was an organized effort behind that tweet, that I was meant to stoke the flames of a race war. It was simply not the case. I think we are bearing witness to something very similar, where we're watching people take a fantastic angle on a relatively unremarkable thing. So this is what happened. Tony Merkel is in contact because of his show with some guys who used to be in military and a couple other positions that are like kind of notable, but whatever. They're not anymore. They are Christian and they're researching like the alien phenomenon. And they are talking to him a while ago, maybe like 2 years ago. I could be screwing that number up, about how disclosure is coming. It's on the horizon. Now, Tony loves this idea because,
That's what his show's about.
it's what his show is about. And these are guys that are like kind of serious, like they used to be serious dudes in serious professions who are taking this very seriously.
Mhm.
And they're including him on it. So he's flattered, all this shit. I get it. Okay, cool. Some time goes by and Tony doesn't even have the bandwidth to talk to these guys anymore because our audience probably knows, a lot of people don't know, Tony's wife has been diagnosed with cancer. Tony's show is fucking huge, and he also has kids. His bandwidth is taken up with between the diagnosis and the cancer treatments and dealing with the kids and running the show. It's all too much. He actually stops talking to these guys for a grip. Eventually, and he gets to this point, he's not answering any phone calls from anybody. He just can't. And he actually said something that was very interesting. He goes, everybody wants a minute of your time, and it's never a fucking minute.
Mhm.
It's a half an hour. It's an hour-long conversation, and 100 people are at the door asking for that. And eventually, he just stops answering everything. Okay, cool. That's very reasonable. I understand. Some time goes by. It gets on his heart that he should talk to these guys again. He reaches out just to say, hey, what's going on? And by the end of the conversation, they go, by the way, if you have some time, we'd like to talk to you, if you got a minute. And he goes, for fuck's sake, man, if you got a minute. There it is again. But he goes, let me finish what I'm doing, and I'll call back. He calls back and they say, we've invited a bunch of pastors to this meeting. We want to get together. If you want to come, you're invited. Mm-hmm. This first meeting is not the one that everybody's talking about.
So not the one on February 20th?
I don't think this is the one on February 20th. There was 2 meetings. Everybody's going crazy about one of them. This was preceding that. Mm-hmm. So what happens at this meeting is just basically an episode of the Confessionals or Nephilim Death Squad, where these guys are saying like, hey, here's the weeds of the situation. They're going to do disclosure. Aliens are this and that. The tech is this and that. And they're throwing around phrases like Nephilim, demonic entities, fallen angels, reverse engineered fallen angel technology, all this stuff, right? Nothing groundbreaking if you're in our spheres. But the main focus, what they're trying to tell people is if you're not rooted in Christ, you're going to fall for the deception that comes along with this. They leave. Wow, kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool to get together in person and do that, right? So you go, that was cool. Some time goes by. Merkel gets hooked up with these pastors, these like kind of Christian Zionist evangelical characters, and they take him seriously. And, you know, you can speculate as to why they take him seriously. I know sometimes here we'll go like, yeah, of course, dude's got a big platform. If you're looking to get in with his audience and shit, like maybe you would. Tony paints them in a very gracious light. I don't know these guys. He does. So I'm going to leave it at that. But what happens is he looks to these guys who are these researchers who had him in this meeting last time. And he goes, yo, I got a conference I'm doing, and I got an Airbnb for that conference. Would you guys be interested in coming to this Airbnb and meeting with my pastor friends? They go, yeah. They come together and they just talk about.
Tony facilitated this?
Tony facilitated it, dude.
Uh-huh.
And they get together, the second one, and they just talk about disclosure, everything that I just told you. He's trying to tell these like pastors this stuff. And some of these pastors, like Alan DiDio, has written a book on AI, demons, and aliens, right? So he's kind of like in the know. But that's it. That's it. Now, fast forward, because he's been talking about that for a while.
So that's the meeting that happens on February 20th.
Now, this guy, Perry Stone, was not at this meeting.
Oh, Guy Fieri?
Guy Fieri.
Man, honestly, fuck these guys. Well, see, this is going to send me, it's a hell to Christian hell, Pentecostal hell. What is this? Zionist Pentecostal hell? Yeah. I don't care anymore. These guys are fake as fuck. And I what did I tell you privately?
Lots of things. I
don't care. About my asshole.
You said that wasn't. You went to the airport. Whatever. You didn't shit your pants on the show. So I don't know what the fuck you want to say.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm lost.
What I did tell you was like, I was like, yo, it's weird. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that like there's like an unequal attraction on the show there. And I don't even care.
You're saying like unequal attraction between these guys and.
I just know how it works with the church, and you've gotten that sense as well.
Yeah.
Some people that have just come into here, and this is like low level shit.
Yes.
And you're like, even you said to me, you turned to me and you go, if they came in here and then they got sort of involved with what we're doing, they would want to involve this in their church. And we've painstakingly made this very clear. That's why we say on the show, and that's why we say on the show, and that's why we say on the show.
Rush off the Karens and Pharisees.
That's right. Yeah,
I have a warning label at the beginning of my show.
It's pretty much that. Yeah.
By the way, I just want to address something. Parker Morris says I give Tony way too much leeway. I've only told you what he said. If you go, anything that I've said to you right now on this show, go to Tony's previous episode. I'm just reiterating what he said.
He does the same shit.
Shout out Parker. He's one of my boys.
I don't know if he does the same shit that Blurry. I don't know. I mean, Blurry does a lot of weird shit as far as maybe it's the gatekeeping. I don't know. I mean, you could say that, you could not say that. Who knows? But either way, I'm just telling you what he said on his show.
Oh, that's not my business. What you do on your show, but
like I was saying, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But you have to ask the question or have that in the back of your mind. Like I said, the whole COVID thing, it was obvious that everyone was given a script and told what to say. Mm-hmm. We know about Project Mockingbird. Then we're told, I don't know who started it, but all the pastors were gathered together for this top secret debriefing, and basically the messaging was give to them what to say to their people.
Yeah.
So of course you're like, is this true? What is the script? And what is the agenda?
Yeah. And the most disgusting part is like, I just see opportunists. And I see the power dynamic flowing in the opposite way, which I don't think Tony realizes.
Oh, Tony's got the
Even unbeknownst to them, you know what I mean? They could think they're really getting debriefed, but they're using them, or at the same time on the.
Well, that's
haven't they been exposed as like lying about this? Like I feel like all of them all of them have walked back their statements on what was said, and it was said 2 months ago, and now you make a guy that invited you to this meeting graciously look like an asshole.
But dude, it's not. They haven't walked it back because I just commented on something where there's some big guy. Maybe you'll know his name, Top. I don't know this guy from anybody. Let me just find this tweet real quick. But this dude is still going out. I think it's that guy Z is still going out.
Guy?
Yeah, the bald-headed guy. I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but I got to bring this up.
Joseph Z.
Joseph Z.
He looks like Saint Pierre. The
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Dude, I'm trying to find this because I'm looking at this and I'm going, this is still okay. Nope, this isn't it either. Son of a gun. I'll find it in a second.
David. Go ahead. Keep vamping.
I'm going to keep vamping. So I find this post. It's from a really big, I mean, maybe he's like a pastor or something like that. And he's okay. So Ben Swan, are you familiar with Ben Swan?
Yeah, Ben Swan follows me. I know Ben Swan.
Okay. He goes, actually bring this up. Bring it right on this because this is crazy. This is not at all what the hell happened here.
That's not the right screen. There we go. We got it.
A group of pastors was reportedly invited to a closed door meeting, which is like, okay, first off, what does that mean? Should I leave the door open?
Well, yeah, it already insinuates secrecy.
Right.
know?
That's not what's happening here. And by the way, invited by who? Tony Merkel? They're his friends. Okay. To a closed door meeting with the U.S. government. False. Patently false. Not the case at all.
So wait up.
It's a card stack.
But this is
it's
19 hours ago.
For clickbait.
Ben's not making this up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Ben's trying to like actually report the news. He does really good work. His work on like Palestine, his work on the war in Ukraine, his work on shit before that, like the economic collapse. This guy is actually solid. He has a very good, legitimate news, news network.
So here we go. Official Joseph Z says he attended the meeting and shares what he witnessed, including discussions about mysterious light beings that allegedly communicate through meditation. So, you witnessed a discussion? Meditation. Yeah, I don't know. Discussions about light beings. So you witnessed, because when you go, shares what he witnessed. Mm-hmm. He didn't witness anything.
He witnessed the phone conversation.
Yeah, he partook in conversations. He also claims that high-ranking, publicly known government officials were there. You're talking about Tim Burton or Tim
Burleson. Jim Burleson. Yeah.
Or Burchett.
No,
that blew my mind. That
he wasn't there.
Congressman, but like it was a couple weeks ago. I was actually on the back porch with my old lady and having a cigar. And it come across, I can't remember if it's X or what, but Tim Burchett, he'll do little selfie videos every once in a while to update people. And I'll never forget, she was sitting there with me and I was like, holy shit, huh? Listen to this. Because it was wow factor.
But what's he saying? He's saying the same shit we're saying, right?
But he said, I was just debriefed on something, guys. He said, I can't talk about it. He said, but I'm telling you right now. He said, if you knew what I knew and been told what I've been told.
That's right. I remember that.
You would lose sleep at night.
I think he was just on Rogan.
Yeah.
And he's also in the news again. Something else going on.
We might actually have that clip. We might get into that.
I mean, that was scary, bro.
Well,
what does he know?
I don't think he knows anything.
It's supposed to make you feel like that.
That's true too. Yeah.
I think that's the point of a lot of this. Like, this is why it's very interesting. It's fun, but we're in the weeds. And like with the pastors, what they're doing here, I'm reacting viscerally to it because it is like a
deluge farming almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an activation of fear. Like, oh, but don't worry about it. But we got this.
Well, because this is the deal,
pairing that with what I've previously thought about them, because like I've watched them make the rounds on Merkel's show, and I was like, oh, this is fairly clear what's happening. These guys don't really operate in this realm, but they've recognized keenly that this is an audience that they want to reach.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this is
I suspect there's a lot to that.
It just looks fucking gross.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm looking at here. And then what I see afterward, I'm like, yeah, I want nothing to do with this. And I felt bad because I'm watching Merkel get caught up in this. And I'm like, I don't know how much he knows about this whole play out, but because it was orchestrated.
I'm telling you, if you listen to this episode, nothing fantastic, nothing that deviates from the Tony that I've watched for 3 years. Is what happens on that episode.
So then so he invites him to a meeting 2 months ago, and then
they
all
have a
decide
discussion
but they all decide in concert. And it doesn't look like he's in on it because he's not in on the media drop.
He hasn't done any media until yesterday.
They all decide in
Damage
concert
control media.
to come out the day before. I guess they got the heads up about when
That's a
this sort of
fascinating
disclosure
thing,
was going to
yes.
happen, and then they just did it as like a media op.
I mean, it seems that way. Somebody has to have told them that it was coming down the pipe, and we've been of the mind that it's been coming down the pipe. We've been given some dates, including this date. I believe May 7th.
What the fuck's the problem then? Guys, February 20th, when you find this stuff out and it's solidified in your mind, you're not preaching to your congregation this stuff. No, we're gonna do a media release and then we're gonna make it real dramatic and then preach to our congregation biblically about this. The 501c3, big problems here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be really kind to you guys, but I'm gonna like more and more we're being put in a position where like I'm gonna have to kill you.
Dude, let me tell you.
What are you doing?
I heard, I don't
What are
know
you
how
guys
true
doing?
this is. So Tony will tell you Perry Stone was not at the meeting that he was at. And then Tony will say, maybe there was 2 meetings, which I think is him being gracious and generous.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, there's a high likelihood there wasn't. And this dude was never at one. So this guy in the fucking affliction shirt has just inserted himself into this narrative. I could be wrong. Maybe there was a second meeting. But as far as I've heard, because we're close to people that are close to this situation.
Even Jim Birch, I think Tim or Jim Birch or whatever the fuck his name is, he's like, yo, dude, that's not even what I said.
Yeah.
In the meeting, I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Again, it looks. I look
Is
like
that the guy with the blue suit from Twitter that was saying?
No, that was me.
No, but he was saying I was called in for a call meeting, and I just basically told these pastors with all this stuff going on, keep it Christ centered. Make sure you got your foundations laid. Was it that guy?
Sorry. I think
he
it's
called in.
Burleson.
Burlap son.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's what he was saying. He said, I didn't. Eric wow, I'm dumb. I'm gonna pull up his name again because I just don't care about politics anymore. But this is the guy here, Eric Burleson.
Yes, I remember the blue
So
suit.
that's not Tim Burchett?
No,
For
this guy-
fuck's
no.
sake.
Tim Birch is an older man.
Some old nigga.
Okay, because we have him here too.
This guy here has been on.
Hey, he's a Tennessean man.
He's Tennessean. All right. I got no respect for Tennessee. I don't even know where it's at. Nah,
I don't know where it is either.
Oh, I gotta wait for it to change to me.
There we go. You go. Don't bite that.
Don't
Don't
bite
bite my
Kevin.
gator. Eric Burleson's been on Timcast a bunch. He's been on with Merkel, and he's the guy that's kind of like leading this charge about alien disclosure. He's talking about UFOs buried in the desert somewhere in Korea or some shit like that. This guy has seen some stuff.
Okay.
And then he reported recently, he's like, yeah, I was on the call, but I didn't say aliens or demons. He just basically gave him the overview of what he knew. It all seemed like basic
So maybe
superficial
that's
shit.
the second meeting. Maybe
No,
Peter.
it was this meeting. It was he zoomed in to that meeting.
Oh, okay. So
So,
they're
like-
attributing something to him that was never said. Because what Tony talked about, the fallen angel technology and Nephilim and all that other shit
That's
being
probably
involved.
from these insiders.
That's from the insiders.
But
And
they
those
were-
insiders, let's even be careful with that. These are just guys that used to work in some capacity, but then the way it sounded to me was like, imagine a bunch of homies that maybe met in the military and they're all Christian. And they start talking about conspiracies and things like we do. And so in their latter years, they dedicate a lot of time and effort and resources to researching and trying to figure shit out.
These are the guys, which we're seeing the UFO files today. These are the type of dudes that are releasing those videos. Like when we see the videos, we go, yeah, I've seen these videos already.
Yeah, it's,
like I'm familiar with a lot of these stories already. Now it just has a government stamp on it. So we're like, oh, it's real. But these are the dudes that are dripping this out here and there, like across the field. These are the guys that you have to like really parse through. You have to find them, and that's kind of what our shows are about.
Yeah.
They're about going out and finding these people. Now it's, like I said yesterday, full court press,
Yes.
information, the
Dude,
entire
we're so in it. We're so
blah,
in
blah.
it right now.
getting blapped up. All these people they're going to be blapped up by information that they're not ready to absorb yet, or they have no place to put.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one more thing I want to talk about before we go on to
One more thing.
all of the content that we have
my study.
is if you listen to Tony, Tony's not like a super charismatic guy. He's not even though he does a talk show, he's not a big talker. And he spent a lot of that episode talking about his own insecurities.
Okay.
So this virality thing and being misrepresented is really fucking with him.
And I will say to that, this is the game.
No, this is exactly what I'm getting at. So let me finish this, and we're going to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Tony does a show, and a lot of these Christian characters they might have shows, they might have platforms. They've never had all of a sudden, all at once, the scrutinizing spotlight of the mob, especially on X, on them. You could have a big show, and you could have millions of followers, and you could have all these people, but when the fucking mob cranks that spotlight and zeroes in on you, and they all come for you, you don't have any experience with that.
What's that feel like?
We know what it feels like.
Yeah, it feels good, dog.
So
I thrive in it.
Yes, and that's the thing is like where this goes next.
Yeah,
and this is kind of it's not
I'd
a call
like
to
Ricky
action
Bobby
thing
with the hands.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I do with my hands?
Well, not for us, not here. When we enter this next stage, and this is a little bit of a prediction, I think that we will be accused of standing in the way of progress.
Oh, of course.
Now that it's here, Christians are going to sound the demon alarm, the Nephilim alarm, the fallen angel alarm, and the rest of everybody is going to go shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Because we're trying to get down with this technology,
Well,
and we're trying to.
He's hinting at on
That is what Daddy's hitting at.
The social media is that the Christians are the cog in the wheel, and Solomon said it best, boys. Nothing new is under the sun.
Amen.
If you go back, that's why all the Christians were getting thrown in the Colosseum, the lion's den, being burnt alive, because they were the cogs in the wheel. They were trying to put Caesar up as God before he had died. Yep. And the Christians wasn't going to go for it anyway, but all the pressure was put on them. And they're like, oh, they're the ones holding up progress. They got to go. And then also they believed in fertility and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the blood drinking here, but they
fertility rituals and such.
If you worshipped and did the things you're supposed to do, then the rain came.
Yeah.
And then the crops come and everybody will live.
And Christians
plentiful.
are going, no, I'm not worshiping.
And they're not doing that. And they're like, oh, we hit a drought. It's the Christians.
Yep. Same exact shit. So this isn't going to go straight to, combat. We're not going to get our heads cut off right away. This is going to go towards dialogue first.
And this is exactly, and a lot of people misunderstand what we do here.
Oh, yeah.
On this show specifically.
We are liberally exercising the ability to say, fuck you, faggot.
Yeah, that's the reason why you do what you do. That's the reason why you push that line. Because it's getting there, and it's only rhetoric right now. It's only words. So if you're going to back away from the words now, and I love Tony, but hey, that's the fucking business that you're in.
Absolutely.
That's what you asked for. This is what you signed up for. Don't back away. You have to step forward now, because when shit gets even more real, not just words, not just typed words on the internet or a mob of angry characters on Twitter or whatever it is, that's nothing.
But don't get it twisted. That's going to come.
Super Bowl. Don't back down now.
It's going to be. There we go. It's going to be on all your social medias eventually. All of ours. Not just you. Not just Tony. Not just us. If you're a Christian and you're outspoken in all your social medias, in all your comments, in all your DMs, and eventually after a slow grind, maybe it'll show up at your doorstep. But we're going to be in this ideological trench war for the foreseeable future. The more comes out about UFO disclosure, the more Christians stand in the way of progress by calling it demons. This train is not slowing down. If you haven't worked out calling people fucking faggots, you're going to have a real hard go of it David, real soon.
Hey, David, what's your retirement plan?
Dying. Dying. Having my head cut off is my retirement plan.
When we met Matt, that's the first thing that he told us.
Yeah. One
of the first things, he was like, Matt, we shouldn't even say his name on the show.
What's your 10-year plan?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he was, because we were talking about the plans.
Decapitation, baby.
Yeah, we were talking about the plans for the show, the shop. He's asking us, and I go, well, what's your retirement plan? Like, you got the coffee shop. He goes, my retirement plan is decapitation.
Yeah.
Probably getting my head cut off. I'm not going to be able to retire. He's like, the way things are going, that's what I want to be known for.
Yeah.
Being a loud, outspoken mouthpiece for the word of God. And that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be a sexy secret meeting. That's going to be like actual dangerous shit. And these people that back away from a lot of these things, well, it's coming. It's
and let me tell you something. A lot of the Christian community has pushed us to the outskirts because we're too dangerously retarded. And that's fine. But who do you think are going to be the first among us to step up to the line and go, fuck you? When they tell you that you're standing in the way of progress, when they're telling you that you got to integrate with the Borg or what the fuck ever, it starts with words first. So all these people,
it's like a muscle. It's a muscle that we have to exercise. And
yeah.
I said it a bunch of times. COVID was a test run.
Oh yeah.
COVID was a test run for saying no.
You wouldn't take the mark, right? Because over there, back during the CV-19 days, those that didn't take the jab we're holding up progress. Remember?
Yes.
He said things will
Yes.
return to normal once everybody gets this.
And that
thing.
was kind of secular.
So when you get to Revelation, it says that those that refuse to take the mark. Well, what if the mark is something to upload us to some higher consciousness, to further stem cell research so crippled people can walk, blind people can see, but everybody needs to do this in order for it to work. But then the Christians are saying, no, we ain't doing that. Well, you're holding up progress. What a piece of shit you are, because you not taking this little mark in your stupid little ideologies of your religion.
Yeah.
You're keeping my uncle from getting out of the wheelchair and walking.
And let me ask you, when you were in New York City and the people with the mask on were yelling at you in front of your kids, yelling obscenities, saying that they're going to take your job, your livelihood, you can't go to the store, they're going to take your children away. If you didn't do a thing, what did you do? It's a great question. It's a small one too.
Yeah.
And even though the social pressure was crazy at the time, what did you do? How did you react? And a lot of you fucking failed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But good for you. That was 6 years ago. And we're here again today.
That was actually great. You got to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
You got to learn a
Did
lesson.
you?
And by the way, it doesn't have to go to take this or you're standing in the way of progress. It could just go to
Bow to that.
not even
How
bow
about
to
the
that,
jock
dude.
strap?
Hey, stop saying that.
Yeah.
Stop saying that aliens are a demonic deception. Stop saying that they channeled entities in order to know how to, do X, Y, and Z. Stop saying that this technology may have been imparted by fallen angels. Stop saying that. And you're going, no, fuck you. I'm saying what I believe is the truth, and I'm warning people to not fall for this. So it doesn't have to be take this. It could just be stop saying that.
Yeah.
And what are you going to say to that?
Somebody unsubbed. You hurt somebody's feelings.
That's all right. Good for them.
Oh, good. I mean, that's the point of what I'm doing here. Who is that? Hulk and yeah, that's what we're doing
Yeah,
here.
people do that. I'm like, nobody cares.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look,
No,
and that's the thing. If this kind of shit hurts your sensibilities, get ready, bitch, because it's about to get a lot worse. And not from us.
I do care. That's specifically my brand. It's to delineate the line between you and me. You're over there.
Yeah.
We're drawing battle lines here, people. This is what's happening. So pick a side. The fence is no longer safe. Like what did Heather Lynn say? She's like, Satan owns the fence.
Yes, you can't sit on the fence. Satan owns the fence. I love that. That's a banger, actually. So here, let's start getting into it because people don't know that it's real.
That was a nice warm up.
That was a nice.
Are we
warm
kicking
up.
out the pores, Nancy?
No, let's leave the pores. We'll let them be, man. This is something that's got to get out.
Told me
this
not
is,
to.
no, Nancy, you can't
told
kick out
me
the
not
pores. Top, see if you can find this, or Nancy. It's going to be basically anything from I guess Donald Trump saying that he was going to do it today. I'd like to start with that because we have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of documents that were in fact released 8:00 this morning. And, I'm just trying to get to this point where I'm sounding the alarms or I'm blowing the horn because we can be a little complacent in this sphere of conspiracy theorists and Christianity because we're so saturated with this information all the time that we're kind of dead to it.
Desensitized.
But I do think this merits a sounding of the alarm because they are doing it. And this is the narrative that leads to shit like that, Christians standing in the way and all that crap. This is it steamrolling. It's gonna pick up speed from here. Let's let this rip.
All right. I hope this is a good. I'm not sure.
If not, you can send it to the production.
It's been in the minds of people for a long time.
Pause it real quick.
And that is.
Let's just find out. Can you guys hear that? Because sometimes your laptop has a little bit of an issue. I know you can hear it, but sometimes Nancy, could you hear that? She's pooping. She suddenly ran out.
I know, this is why we have
I'm
a
not
Kick out the
pooping.
pores and we're all gone.
Can you play it again, please?
They want to find out about the UFOs.
Okay, they can hear.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good quality, but we can hear it.
That's okay.
Some would say that I'm useless.
No, I won't
no
say that.
longer.
Definitely a bitch.
Stop. Whoa.
No, I'm sorry. I take that back. I didn't mean that.
Nancy's gonna come early and hang out with us for Bohemian Grove. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna figure it out. Here we go. Who the fuck? Oh, yep.
Hey,
Nancy,
broadcasting seeds.
as I promised, Nancy, you must read this.
Oh yeah, Nancy. Wait, where's the Japanese noise? Give me 1 second.
Do we even have that one?
Yeah, we still got it.
You gotta
Oh,
read
here it
in
is.
the super bass mode.
Okay, Nancy, you gonna read it or just gonna make us look stupid?
Our bowels are moved.
Nancy is definitely taking a
Look
poop.
at what she does. She's like one of those Pokemon that you don't have enough badges to control.
Oh, she's like Charizard.
Yeah, right. So,
yeah.
Broadcasting C says, thanks for everything you guys do, Doc included. Get after it. F them if they can't take a joke.
Thank you, Broadcasting
Thank you,
Seeds.
but they're not. I'm not joking.
Hell no, this isn't. Nobody's laughing.
All right, here we go. Let's watch.
You owe me cancer.
And anything having to do with UFO or related material, and we're going to be releasing a lot of things from that we have, and I think some of it's going to be very interesting to people. I've interviewed people, my first term primarily, but I interviewed some pilots, very solid people, and they said they saw things that you wouldn't believe. So you're going to be reading about it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. That was what he was saying just the other day. And now, if you want to share this topic, we've got some images that are reportedly released by the intelligence agencies. This comes from the Department of War.
Okay, the Star of Ishtar.
Yeah, you got the Star of Ishtar here. Could be a lens flare. You know, you're going to get a lot of this kind of shitty stuff. This comes from Josh Howardton. He says, I'm empathetically. He spelled that wrong. Emphatically. I pronounced it wrong.
It's not his fault he can't read.
I cannot read. Not asserting this with any certainty, but I am trying to point out that it's very possible overlap between a biblical cosmology and some of the things you're seeing on your timeline. Look at that picture of the chandelier UFO. I guess that's what they're calling this. Then read these 3 verses from Ezekiel describing cherubim. This is from Ezekiel 1:15 through 17. Now, as I looked at the living creatures, I saw a wheel on the earth beside the living creatures, one for each of the 4 of them. As for the appearance of the wheels and their construction, their appearance was like the gleaming of beryl. Not familiar with that.
Beryl and onyx is a stone.
Okay. And the 4 had the same likeness. Their appearance and construction being as it were a wheel within a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When they went in any of their 4 directions without turning as they went.
And those are the 4 cardinal points of the Babylonian zodiac, if you pay attention to that.
Interesting.
And the wheels within wheels, you know how they do those time-lapse cameras pointing at the heavens, and it shows the stars going in perfect circles, rings within rings.
Yeah.
And then a lot of those Bledsoe, like his orb stuff, if you zoom in and look real good, it looks like the atom. It's a orb, but it's got light wheels within wheels on itself.
Well, this is, I mean, you know, he goes on to say, do we know what the purpose, what this purports to be? Of course not. It's possible people have seen things the Bible refers to as cherubim, seraphim, principalities, and powers of the air. Yes, that is possible. So, I mean, it's just kind of like laying the groundwork where people's minds are already going. And of course, this is going to be labeled backward thinking. People are going to say things like Christians are stretching to try to make this, but it's like, man, if you really look into the Bible, there is so much.
I think Christians are actually stretching to try to make this not, or stretching to ignore almost.
Yes.
In a lot of ways, I would agree with that.
You agree with that, Doc?
I concur.
Yeah. But here's some images that they released, and it's like,
Is
this
this
kind
the
of goes back
Apollo
to the
12, Apollo 17, the moon landing photos?
No, it's this thing. Page 99 of 184. There's literally a picture of how an alien looks like. So you have war.gov/media/link/UFO.
Like a skeleton.
So one more time, that's page 99 of 184.
Where is this, on the moon?
Well, let's not get too excited about this because this is a negative of a picture that is pretty publicly accessible. And I'll show that in a little bit. And that picture was basically put away as a hoax. It was an April Fool's joke from like many years ago. And if you look at the photo in its not negative form, you go like, yeah, it doesn't really look real. In fact, to the left and right of this image, those masses that you see are humans, adult humans. And you can kind of see on the right side what looks to be, you might call it like a dress with a waist that's bound in a sash towards the top right of the screen. Those horizontal lines are like a sash.
Uh-huh. Are they holding its hand and it's like...
They're holding its hand and it's looking upward. It just looks like it doesn't even belong in the photo when you see it.
Are you saying that we're seeing something like... So in the Epstein files, we had this like release, but it was like a wide release of everything. Like you had Post Malone and Dan Bilzerian in there, and they were just like...
Yes.
But they blocked out the girls, and they're just in here for some reason.
And that had nothing to do with anything. That was like...
Evidence. Just
yes.
Shit. Yeah.
So there's actually
I'm not part Nephilim. Where do you get that?
Oh, yeah. That's not a trick of the camera, by the way,
Welcome to
guys.
Nephilim Death Squad.
Yes.
It's depth perception. I just look big.
So here, let's this actually comes as a side-by-side.
Or maybe we just real small.
Well, there's that too. This comes as a side-by-side with a note And the note just says, "Dear sirs, would you please comment on the enclosed picture? Something is marked with an X, and return the picture with your reply. Thank you."
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. The next couple of like weeks to
But doesn't
months.
that strike you as like written by a retard? Ray Robinson
Yeah.
wrote that note. "Dear sirs, would you please comment on this picture and then return it when you're done?"
Like and subscribe.
Like
It's
and subscribe.
This is loose leaf. What do you?
But this is crazy. I mean, this is like we're getting these documents.
It's a full court press of everything, and we're gonna have to parse through what's real, what's not. But certainly, like you're saying, I think part of it is going to be the obfuscation of what is legitimate.
Yeah.
And Christians are going to be all over. We already played this out with Daddy and the Blurry Boys.
Yep.
Where they try to put their narrative up against ours, and then they got like lambasted.
Oh, yeah, it
some
was
would
brutal.
say it was bad. I actually felt bad because they came out and they were doing like a big push about aliens or demons.
Yeah.
Aliens are not demons or not
It's
demonic.
mostly Nate, though. If you ever listen to the show,
I don't listen to that show.
Which one is that? The
Which
one
I
with
used
the
to.
neck or without the neck?
the little short redheaded one,
So the one without the neck.
Okay.
which if you listen to the show, which I listened to it back in the day,
Mhm.
but he's the one that when Al Perino first came on the show and talked about that, he latched onto it and kept repeating it. And it's like he takes little stabs at Christians throughout the show. He'll make
That's
that
interesting.
comment all the time, be like, yeah, not everything's demons.
Oh, okay.
You know what
No.
that might be? It might be like I don't have that because
I
I
get
wasn't
it.
raised in the church.
I mean, I get what he's saying.
You're like
But-
you're raised in the church and you everything you see, remember like, and I'm not saying this isn't true, but like, like, oh, Pokemon cards are demons.
My mom, yeah, but then you start looking at
And
this
you
shit
go,
and be
"Hey,
like,
maybe."
damn, they fucking might be demons, yo. I
By the
know.
way, guys, I'm 7 cards away from my full set. I just want to put that out there.
It's like the what's
So
we call it, the ancient alien guys. He got his hair all up. And he's doing
Yeah.
like that. He's like, I'm not saying it's aliens,
Right.
But aliens.
but it's
But
aliens. I'm not saying it's demons.
Honestly,
demons.
these days, I think that a lot of what we might identify as any form of biologic, to use one of their terminologies, is something that was cooked up in a lab.
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of that. I think there's a lot of that going on. There's certainly not zero of that going on, but I think that there is, we might be surprised to find out if we ever could, how much of what people have seen, even all the way to cryptids. And I'm not saying that the DNA didn't come from somewhere, or that even the teachings of how to hybridize these creatures didn't come from somewhere that has a demonic origin or a fallen angel origin. But I still think like, yeah, probably a lot of what we're seeing, even among the alien pantheon, if it's flesh and you could kill it with a hammer, it might have been cooked up in a lab and then give it a cape and cowl.
Sam says it's hardwired mysticism. So it's like
Sure.
another way to cook a cat. They probably say that
No,
shit in
yeah,
Tennessee.
that's the saying. I'm pretty sure that's the saying. Yeah, yeah.
But no, what I was saying is when they ran up against our narrative with the not our narrative, but like the
It's
fucking,
ours.
it's the Christian narrative. It's L.A. Marzulli's narrative. It's
Yes.
everybody. We were just dumb enough to repeat it, and they got lambasted by it because the crowd, the general consensus of Christians
Yeah.
and people on Twitter and just people in general, even on Facebook, I saw it on their Instagram. They got killed every single
It was
platform.
brutal. Yeah.
And it's not us. It's not like they're all Nephilim Death Squad fans and going, yeah, no, we agree with
Well,
those guys.
over 50 people
Over
did
50.
recommend having us on the show, and they deleted every single one.
Those
of those
that was
comments.
orchestrated.
Hey, I was in that thread too.
Yeah, that was a real threat. It did
I even
exist.
replied to a few of them. I'm like, hey, I appreciate the thought, but that will never happen.
Whether
I
or
kinda
not it was
wish-
orchestrated is
I-
not the point.
I kind of wish we didn't have that altercation with Alberino because I would have been able to judge more purely on the temperature of the room
Sure,
that's
yeah.
responding back to something. I was like, how much of this is like, did we put our finger on and like meme? And how much of that, I know the Facebook shit that's not us. We're not there.
because we weren't even
We're
on
not-
Facebook like
We're
that.
not really on Instagram. Twitter, I understand why you got beat down on Twitter.
Yes.
But the other platforms, it's just the people. So people are ready to call this demonic. And we're ready to, I think we have to, they're going to have to put a bunch of shit out there that makes it very confusing. So what we're seeing there with that fake alien thing,
Yeah.
that's going to be part of it. And we're going to have to really pick this stuff apart. It's going to get nasty.
Well, we have here.
Daddy's going to be real mad.
Don't be mad, Daddy. Put this on the screen. This is Representative
Yes,
Lauren
sir. Yes,
Boebert.
sir.
Says that the answers in the UFO files may already be in the Old
This
Testament.
is the lady that got felt up at Beetlejuice.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
I think so.
Okay. So, she uses a terminology here, and I'm going to just play it because I don't want to,
Is
spoiled
this
the whole thing.
congresswoman that was pushing the Book of Enoch on a lot of big shows?
No,
No,
that was
different.
Paula Luna, and anal Paulina Luna, and I got to stop insulting her because I've not found a legitimate reason to do so, except for my gut is screaming witch, and I don't know why. But I'm literally a psychopath, and
yeah, wait up 1 second. This is actually very relevant. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and play this.
You got the other screen pulled up.
Yeah, hold on. We'll pull this up real quick. Oh, where are you at? Over here?
Yeah.
Man, you got so many screens
There's a
pulled
lot of
up,
screens
dog.
going on. Well, that's Nancy pulling up stuff. She might have something interesting.
That's her, and she's at the Beetlejuice
Oh,
thing.
she's vaping and getting her tits squeezed.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. Anyway, that's just a side note.
Yeah,
But
that's not really. It's neither here nor there.
it's under her dress. All right, here we go. Let's see
So
what
here
she
we go.
says.
She's got a couple of quotes here. I'm going to read one of them and I'm going to play the rest. I do believe that it's more spiritual, and if you want to go there, demonic. Now, I got to say, you use the right words,
Mhm.
because demons is not the right word. We did that
And
in order to generate conversation. And if you
Yeah.
asked us our ability to elaborate, like, what do you mean by that? Is, hey, do you have 8 hours? Because we could elaborate for a really long time on what we mean by that. Ultimately, the correct terminology, in my estimation, and I'm a high school dropout, would be demonic. Demonic is a much better word. So let's just play.
God is the creator of the universe. He's never not going to create. So it's always been something in my mind to say, well, how can we be the only ones? Like, God's not going to stop creating just with us. But the more I look into this, the more I see the Old Testament and what was told to us there of fallen angels and Nephilim. I mean, this is in the Bible. There's
This is
nothing
psychotic.
that says that
Hell yeah.
fallen angels, that Nephilim just disappeared. And so I believe that this could be an aspect of it. You know, there are things that we have seen that could resemble portals. And, you know, I mean, we
Pause
serve
it.
an
What the
infinite.
fuck are we doing here, guys? I can't do
We
this
are
anymore.
fucking blessed.
No, we're not. This is
Yeah, we
horrific,
are,
David.
dude.
Are you looking at this?
No, I'm just more so what I'm looking at is
I might
like,
move into politics.
look, there has never been a better time to be a show called Nephilim Death Squad. There really has not. There has never been a
Brandon,
better
you really
time.
fucked up with Prometheus.
Oh, I get so much shit over that name. And I tell people too, it's like, I know people are, I'm going to be nice. I ain't going to say it.
Dumb as fuck.
Yes, I am. But it's like, okay, no, I mean, I research every day and talk about this stuff for a living.
Yeah.
Wrote books on some of the stuff. Don't make me a genius, but still. And you don't think I looked in who Prometheus is? Come on, guys.
Right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, that so what I'm getting at though is like the arena that we've decided to put ourselves in because of the things that we find fascinating and compelling. There's never been a better time to be in this arena, and I have to now get over the fact that people who I would be highly skeptical of are saying the same things that we're saying.
Shout out to Steven.
Even our government is demoralized.
He's let me crash on his couch this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
You know, because before, when it was Tucker Carlson with the one-off, oh, it's the Nephilim, and he's talking to Roseanne Barr, and she's going, and I'm going, whoa, dude, like, I don't know about my ideas anymore. I got to take them back to the lab and go through them again.
Yeah.
And then it happens again. I don't know who along the way has said this sort of thing, but it does happen again. Now it's gotten to the point where it's so saturated that I can no longer look at a sketchy individual who's saying the same thing I'm saying as any indication that I'm wrong. Because I've done that so many times. You're never going to convince me that the overlaying of patterns between the demonic phenomenon and the alien phenomenon doesn't exist. So now that I know that's there. I've checked it. We've checked it. We've done it on this show 100 times. We've cross-referenced with a bunch of other researchers. It's there.
We just basically asked the chat. We're like, chat,
Is this real?
Is this real, chat?
Grok, is this real? I've seen that so many times
Oh,
on
yeah.
Twitter.
I like when they go, rock. Is this real? It's a caveman with a rock.
Israel?
So,
Jacob?
I mean, you know, this is no indication from Laura Boebert of the ideas being bunk.
Hold on a second. Nancy, can you fucking do something
Nancy,
here?
do a thing. Make the Japanese
Do a
noise.
thing.
We'll wait, Nancy.
Man, you got some generous viewers. Come over to my channel. Check me out.
She tried to press it, but it didn't work because you pressed it at the same time. Can you please summarize episode?
Oh, let her read it.
Okay.
Nancy.
She's not there. She's taking a dump. It's taking a long
It's
time.
incredible.
Can you please do a summary episode that sums up how aliens are demons so I could link to I can't see it now. So I could link to the normies. I sound schizo trying to explain this to people in one discussion. Actually,
do we have one like that?
We don't. We have multitudes.
Oh yeah, that's
but
right.
Check this out. What we're actually going to be doing soon is we're going to do live shows here at the coffee shop in the back, and it's going to be an open door, not a closed door meeting with the U.S. government, but an open door meeting
supposedly
with the locals, and we're going to be showing them videos, like Trump saying this or that, or Matt Gaetz saying there's a hybridization program, J.D. Vance saying aliens are demons, Lauren Boebert saying the same thing, and we're going to unpack this because what I don't want is people to be shaken in their faith. And also, I want to win over some other people that think like Christians would never have an explanation.
Shaking in your faith.
Look at you shaking in your faith.
Trembling in your faith.
So those episodes might be good to listen to.
That'd be fun. It'd be like conspiracies for idiots, right? Like,
but I do think there's probably something. If I go through videos really quickly, let me see. I might be able to find. We did Daily Dose of Wisdom.
Yeah,
with Brandon, who was a bit of a normie in that way, and we kind of explained some of these things to him.
We do that on other people's shows.
I wanted to do that live on the street, especially where I'm from. It's a bunch of hillbillies, a bunch of old Southern Baptist boys and girls.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Have somebody follow me with a camera, and I'll be just walking up to random people, be like, "Hey, do you know there's UFOs in your Bible?" Just hit them with all this fringy stuff, and just catch their reaction, and get like some raw reactions from some people.
I think it's actually time to do that. I think we have a responsibility because I don't think that God put us in these positions with this head full of retarded knowledge.
I don't think God put us here at all, dude.
God put us in this fucking coffee shop. There's no way around that, dog. We didn't do this. We're not smart enough. So I don't think that I spent all these years looking at this thing and had the experiences that I had and then have the show that we have in order to just keep doing it on the internet. I think we have to. Is he just tall? No.
I'm 6 foot.
It's a combination. No. He's 7'2".
He's huge.
But we're 5'2".
It's actually, it's actually kind of.
I watched him eat a man before this show started, albeit it wasn't a very big man, and he was elderly, but it's just not something you see every day. Oh, thank you. We have another donation.
Nancy, will she read it?
She's a bitch.
Hey,
no, I'm allowed to. Okay, go ahead. Make the Japanese noise. I'll read it like Nancy. I still ahead to scrub these shitty toilets out of my job and my school today. So retarded and gay. I still gotta pay taxes. What are we even doing? Love you.
Love you too, man.
Sound just like that chick on social media.
Nancy, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, here, bring this back up because we got a little bit more. 20 seconds of this video.
Hey, don't be black-pilled, man.
Oh, we love you from China.
Okay, here we go. What are we saying here?
God, a God of the universe, and to say that this is the only realm is ignorant. And so what I've seen, I wouldn't put it as Marvin the Martian kind of thing. But I do believe that this is more spiritual, and if you really want to go there, demonic. God is the
nice. Yeah. I think that's. I cannot disagree with anything she said there, and maybe not everything has to be a psyop. Just like even the dudes that met up in the fucking Airbnb, like not everything has to be a psyop. And I know that I'm going there a lot because sometimes I'd rather believe that somebody's trying to deceive me than like we're just pretty well over the target.
All right, so let's just say that's not a psyop. That whole thing that happened at the Airbnb, but it was gay.
Yeah. Well, look,
Can we be fair?
If we had, because this is the way that I've come to understand it in its framing, if we had some homies, not some government spooks or sort of just some fucking homies, like Steven was in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if Steven and a bunch, he's like, yo, I got a bunch of guys, like they were in the military and like, this is something that we really focus on. Do you want to get together and like talk about this shit? And like, I'm like, yeah, man, maybe I would.
Hold on. Nancy, you going to do it?
They want one more. They want the impression.
Go ahead, Nancy.
They want your version of me.
Oh, hero, have
job.
some money for the Nancy impression. Oh, from China.
$5 love you long
See, this is what you get, Nancy, for not being here, for cooking up noodles and, whatever, doing a hayamatsu. That's a Japanese word I just made up. Now you get mean. I'm going to be mean to you.
Yeah, we would probably stream it. We would probably stream it.
Oh, we would definitely stream it.
And it's not just because we're bad at keeping secrets. It's just like, hey, man, what are we talking about
But
here?
we'd also come away and we would take the piss out of it right away. We'd be like, so we went to this super gay and secret meeting where we made out with Steven from Biblical Hitmen, and afterwards he imparted some knowledge on us. You know what I mean? Like it would never be like this thing where we took ourselves super seriously. And I think that's a huge, a fatal flaw. So, I mean, I guess we can try to get into some of these documents. Oh, actually, no, this is very funny. This is so funny, dude. You're going to love this. Bring this up real quick. I just want you to see it in real time.
Oh, no.
It's Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer says, why is everyone so fixated on UFOs? The real threat is the Muslims.
Is this real? Chat, is this real?
This is so funny, dude. When do we get to see the files on all the unruly terroristic Muslims living in America? Holy shit, that's funny.
Chat, is this real?
That's the greatest.
The UFO disclosure is a distraction from the
From
Muslims.
the Muslims.
From the
Muslims. Yes. Yes. Have you heard about Sharia law? I just think that's so funny, man.
Sounds like messages from mom.
It does sound like messages from mom. Here's this image that I was talking about before, and we could show this off. This is that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to call it the fog of war, but like maybe that is a good name for it.
Is that the Holocaust?
No, this is that stupid picture.
I was about to ask if you had the regular picture. I remember you said that was like the exposure one, but the regular one, yeah.
Oh.
I hadn't seen it.
Oh,
Look,
it's a trench coat.
I don't want to inherit. Yeah. What did I say? It was a dress and a sash.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that this means it's inherently like fake. It looks very fake. Like that little dude looks very fake. But then again, like so do some of the people. Like that guy's face, the tall dude. By the way, very
they look
tall
like a
dude.
Nephilim.
Yeah, like what the fuck? He's absolutely gigantic.
That's what she said.
And this is an oldest. So AI overview. This image is of a famous 1950s hoax video known as the Extraterrestrial Silverman, which was originally published by a German magazine as an April Fool's joke. Now, I will admit that it's easy to dismiss a thing by just calling it an April Fool's joke.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that April Fool's was very popular in 1950s Germany. And they were doing all kinds of April Fool's jokes back in the day. I don't know how true that is, but
that originally stems from making fun of Christians. You guys know
April
that?
Fool's, right?
That
Because
is true.
it's the technical New Year.
The Gregorian calendar, they changed the calendar up, so that was the first of the year, and the Christians that refused to go with the new calendar was still celebrating New Year's on April 1st. So they were saying, "Oh, there's the April Fools."
So here's
cogs in
another
the wheel back then.
I just wonder, like, do you think that in 1950s Germany they were fabricating photos for April Fool's jokes they just seemed like such a serious and staunch people back then,
which makes the jokes even more hilarious.
Actually, yeah, I would agree with that.
I
would agree with that. So we have this document here. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the stage. And I don't want to show the caption. I want to try to read it from his. So this is from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, May 28, 1985. This was among the dump, right, of UFO files. Memorandum for the Secretary of Defense. Reference is made to oral direction provided to the Joint Chiefs of Staff regarding redacted. And then it says referred to as Raziel. So whatever they're talking about is referred to as Raziel. That's item number one. Item number two, as of 27 May 1985, the material remains in transit aboard the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, currently operating in the North Atlantic as part of the 6th Fleet. Transport is being conducted, redacted, containment system installed within redacted, stow, what the fuck is that, upside down? The main deck is isolated from shipboard power grid. The material which exhibits characteristics beyond known redacted. So something is made.
A containment unit for something.
There's a containment unit for something. There's something significant to be said about the characteristics of the material of this thing that it seems as though they're referring to as Raziel. And
the name of the material?
L? Like
Raziel.
Huh.
Raziel is also known as the Angel of Secrets. That's an interesting thing for this account to say. I don't know if Nancy, maybe if you're not taking a shit while cooking noodles, can you try to see where the terminology
all in the same room, Doc?
all
Wouldn't
at the
believe it.
same. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's in
What's worth doing is worth doing right.
Absolutely. As right. Well, so see if you can find any precedent for the name
Is it
Rasael.
Azrael?
No,
That's what they're
it's
saying?
Rasael, being
Rasael.
associated with an angel of secrets. You have L
I
in
have
there.
that. Don't I have that book of
Oh yeah, you have
angels?
the angel
You
book.
sure it's not L?
Shael? No, it's not Shael.
Secret L?
Yeah, see if you can find that. I have no idea if she
I
actually
should have
even
never
heard
done
me.
that. I'm gonna catch hell in the chat.
So-
I'm a Mason.
Once again,
I done the shush.
you have this document.
Yes, there is.
And where does that come from? Extra canonical Jewish text?
Yes, Jewish mysticism.
Always.
Kabbalah.
I'm not saying
It's
they're
from
wrong.
the Kabbalah.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Every single time.
So they're using an angel name from the Kabbalah to describe some sort of, it's
containment unit.
well, they made a containment unit for something
For it.
that's material, behaves in a way that's unbeknownst to something. I can, you might imagine man.
Do you have a
Almost
year on that?
Sounds like that's what they're calling
85.
that material.
Mm.
It says it refers to CVN 69 in 1985, transported physical exotic material in secret, and the material exhibited characteristics beyond unknown human capabilities, something like that. They're speculating there.
Sure.
But so when you have people who go, this is about angels, fallen angels, all this shit, and you go, no, Christians, you're retarded. They're naming
Yeah.
these things
Good point.
after angels.
Yep.
Like, come the fuck on, man.
It's called gaslighting.
They are gaslighting the shit out of you.
So
Yeah.
he gave Adam the book of secrets, according to the Jews,
Oh, interesting.
it-
Naughty Raziel.
containing esoteric
forbidden
knowledge
knowledge.
about the universe, astrology, and divine mysteries to aid him after being expelled from the Garden of Eden.
But didn't Azazel, does it ascribe all sin to Azazel?
I know Azazel was supposedly responsible for metallurgy and war, but I'm not sure
Are you
what
saying
else.
he was a fall guy?
Yeah.
Hmm.
In the book of
Okay.
Enoch, it says, ascribe all sin to Azazel. And that's why on the Day of Atonement, they took the goat and bound it with red cord,
Right.
symbolizing the sin of Israel, and cast it out into the wilderness.
That's the scapegoat.
and they
Okay.
named him Azazel.
So we have something else here. I don't know if this is going to yield anything. I just kind of tossed a bunch of these documents into the chat as we were getting them. It says breaking.
Doc needs some sport drinks.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Yeah, dude.
kind of wide.
Oh, see, he's got Gatorade. We
Oh,
got
they
sport
don't
drink.
like
No, see,
Gatorade.
this is unfortunately, Doc, and I hate to tell you this.
We
but
just
I
lost
want
our
you to-
sponsor.
I know. I want you to look at this and see if you can find yourself on there. So breaking, an interesting piece in the newly released Pentagon UFO files that's in the 9th page of the first file. Quote, master, yeah, right there. I would say that's actually pretty accurate. This is faces of Gatorade drinkers, humans, half-breeds, sickos, sadists, underworlders, cryptids, fallen angels, gene splice creatures, experiments, and ancients.
Literally Zyklon B.
It's a huge problem. Yeah, it is, man. But
Hey, drink your haterade.
I mean, look, everybody makes mistakes. So in this document, you have quotes like Master Callen Lee Retton from the planet Corindor,
What?
a 1966 quote alien transmission. This is all in these fucking documents to hear it right here. Boop.
Okay, yeah, I see him there.
So a 1966 alien transmission claimed a being named Master Callen Lee Retton from a planet called Corindor, 400 light years away, had been secretly observing Earth. The message described these beings as spiritually evolved, technologically advanced, and deeply opposed to war, manipulation, and authoritarian control on humanity. I hope this is a joke, considered this could be just a literary piece, but if not. So this is, what year is this? We have a year on this. Let me see. Special message for humanity. Editors note this special message was received from Master. Okay. May 4th, 1966. So some things to mention here. The highly advanced technologically, we got that. That happens all the time. We hear that all the time. Spiritually evolved. We also hear that all the time. Mason was asking me what the Galactic Federation of Light is because her mom is into it.
Mhm.
And when I said, let me
Really?
guess, I said, let me guess. They say that they're trying to aid humanity to increase our vibration to a higher, frequency so that we can ascend. And she's like, yes. Also, what does the Galactic Federation of Light say? They are going to liberate us from the satanic rulers that have, suppressed us and lowered our vibration. It's Gnosticism. But you have all those elements here. Spiritually evolved, just like the Galactic Federation. Technologically advanced, just like the Galactic Federation. Deeply opposed to war. The Galactic Federation is always warning us about mutually assured nuclear destruction. Manipulation and authoritarian control on humanity. The Galactic Federation says they're going to liberate us from the evil satanic overlords who have authority.
And this makes me so sad David Wilcock's not here.
I know, dude.
You would really love this.
You know what I want to see? I wish we could have gotten Daddy and David Wilcox together.
But Stephen, I'll give him a shout out because I can only halfway speak to it. But we were having this conversation this morning, and he's been really deep diving into Atlantis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he was talking about the sons of Belial and the sons of the Law of One.
Yep.
And he said it's kind of like everybody's focusing on the sons of Belial, the wicked ones that, misused the knowledge and actually brought the flood, and not the sons of the Law of One. And he said it's kind of like the black hats and
versus
the
white
hats.
hats.
So
Exactly
we're all
what it is.
focusing on these and not paying attention to the quote unquote saviors that's coming, and that's going to be the great deception.
Yeah.
That causes the great falling away. So I don't know a whole lot to speak on it, but I know Stephen, he's talked about that to me just in brief.
Well,
And
shout out to Daddy, because Daddy also says he thinks there's a high likelihood we're going to watch the Greys be the bad guys and the Pleiadians be the good guys.
the white Nordics show up. Yeah.
Precisely. So
I think that's where the deception will obviously be.
Yeah.
Or maybe even something more complex than that. Or maybe just something completely gay and then the world ends.
well, on
I
that
don't
note,
know.
though, what he's saying about that Greys versus
Like,
the
what if it's
Pleiadians,
not that crazy of a deception? And what if we're just like, oh, that?
we saw through that?
Yeah.
That's it.
All this time I've
All
been
that
thinking
build
like,
up for that.
I want to be deceived.
Like a
Deceive
woman
me,
in the
Daddy.
bedroom.
Yeah.
You know? That's it.
That's it.
so,
That's it.
Need
you
a cigarette
have
to bring you down, baby.
all these elements,
Old hypercom.
but ever since 1966, we've not heard of Corindor. They go, oh, that didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
We've heard of Sirius and we've heard of the Pleiades, and there's a couple of other like spatial locations that come up pretty routinely. But Master Kalen Lee Retard and the planet Corindor has not come up again. And this is what I'm talking about. Throughout the alien deception, all these years, you get this. It'll change visage. It used to be like little green dudes in silver suits. They'll change their visage, they'll change their names, but they won't change the core of their messaging, which is we need to spiritually ascend. We're being oppressed by evildoers. Also, watch out for the calamity.
Mm.
And like I said, the calamity will often have a date associated with it, and that date will come and pass, and nothing will fucking happen. So it's the same shit since 1966, but Master Kalen Retard and Corindor was not compelling at all and didn't stick around. So very funny in that way. Let's see what other fun
What was it,
stuff we
Baba
have.
Vanga? You guys look into her?
Yeah, Baba
Yep.
Vanga.
I did an episode on her a while back, and it was like 2025 was supposedly the evaluation period of the hierarchy. They were going to evaluate us and see if we're ready for the upgrade, basically.
Ready for spiritual
And if-
ascension.
Yeah, and if we were, then 2026 was going to be the externalization of the hierarchy.
Hmm.
And she even said that it was going to happen at a major world sporting event, and that a ship would show up. That way it'd be broadcasted all over TV, and humanity couldn't deny it.
Here's my prediction, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're all set up for this too. It's real nice.
Give me that prediction.
Just like I think it mimics the Roman Empire. And I don't know if this stuff happened during the Roman Empire, but we had bread and circus, and the main feature of bread and circus was the Colosseum. For America, we used to have baseball as like the pastime, but that's dead. Nobody watches that. It's a spick sport now. Now America's sport is UFC. And we're gearing up July soon. They just did their White House press briefing yesterday.
It's really going to
Which
happen.
is actually interesting. They did that yesterday. You had Justin Gagey and Alex Pereira and what's his name, the champ. They were all at the White House with Donald Trump right now because they're doing their press. and they're going to have this event on the White House lawn.
Hell yeah.
This UFC fight. And it's not going to be, there's not going to be
Lincoln will be so proud.
Oh,
He was big into wrestling.
I honestly,
Teddy Roosevelt liked his boxing. So it's not unprecedented, but what is unprecedented about it is like the size and scope of it.
yeah.
Meaning like UFC is it's worldwide. It's
Do you
a
think
huge
this is
thing.
set to be the biggest sports event ever?
No, it's not set. I mean, the card is shit. Just like everything
The
else
World
they're
Cup
giving
is
us. It's-
next month. The FIFA World
Yeah,
Who
Cup.
the
but that's
fuck
fucking,
watches
yeah, nobody
soccer,
gives a
Nancy?
shit about
Nancy,
soccer.
next
Soccer's
time you
disgusting.
Interrupt me, Nancy. I'm gonna
Crazy.
So help me.
That would
So
get a lot of
help
people
me
actually
God.
watching that shitty sport.
You can't touch me.
Because they thought an alien was going to come.
You heard her. You can't touch me.
You can't touch me. I'm too far away. I think though the UFC.
this. Na, 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 na.
Listen. Full screen on me, Nancy. Thank you. You heard it here first. Aliens will show up at the UFC event.
Oh man, if you nail that,
The UFC
how
White
cool
House.
are we?
Yeah, man. Big UFO comes down right during the main event.
I love that.
They introduce
Like
themselves
You
Independence
should
Day,
send
that
me.
Big ship
Send
kinda
me
come
there.
over the top.
Send you where to report for us?
to report on us.
Yeah.
Nancy, we can't even get you to read super chats, Nancy.
We can't even get you to show us your apartment when the
Well-
show's off.
You still owe me some cat food, so
I'm just waiting for you to starve.
We'll talk about it. I think that's if we're talking about a huge sporting event where everyone is watching, even though the card is bullshit, it's still historic because it's the White House and it's like people are going to say, oh, wow, this never happened before. That is what I'm watching. And Trump has like crazy tie-ins. Joe Rogan has crazy tie-ins to the
Yeah.
UFC. Dana
Oh, yeah.
White. I mean, all of these things are converging on that event. And especially with disclosure happening, somebody checked it. Nancy, can you check the date on the White House card for me? Because I think it's a couple days after the release of Disclosure Day, which actually even adds more like just insanity
I love that.
to whatever's
the
happening.
White,
Well,
the White
that's
House.
in June.
What?
The White House UFC card, please. Pull that up, Jamie.
And we have some other fun stuff here. We'll pull this up after Nancy gives
She's
us her.
your Jamie.
Yeah,
She is our very
It's
tall Jamie.
Sunday, June 14th. I'm sorry.
June
Okay.
14th. When the hell is
And
the release of
the 12th, I believe. The 12th.
Damn.
Right. So do you see how that's lining up?
Wait.
It's-
It is the 12th. Dude,
Mhm.
June is a banger.
June is crazy.
June is a banger.
Too bad it's not around the summer solstice.
Well, let me tell you.
Is it? No.
That's the 21st, I think, because you guys had Bro Grove last year on the
Yeah,
summer
that's right.
solstice.
That's right.
right.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people was like,
Bro Grove this year is going to be
When did
kind
we
of
have-
heavy.
We had it on the summer solstice.
That's right. We did it on the summer solstice. Bro Grove this year is going to be heavy just because we're going to be dealing with
A lot of bullshit.
a lot, and it's going to be fun. We're going to make it fun. The most fun, during the end days anybody could have. But here, let's bring this up on the
Western
screen.
grill rituals.
This is an inquiry to the
Drinking of
men in
blood.
black. You say for dragon priestess rituals.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy, would you please?
By the way, Nancy, please
Please, Nancy.
do the.
I'll play the music for you.
Yeah,
but
you play the music.
You can read it.
Summon the Jap.
Here we go. Let's see if she can do it.
I was not.
Wasn't ready.
Can you just read it?
Read the fuck.
Will there be a fight companion episode for the White House fight? For you, David.
No, no, that's
I think it's just F you, David.
F you, David.
For you.
That would be
great
a great
idea.
fight companion.
We're on
The problem is
YouTube.
You just get sleepy.
Well, David just gets sleepy.
You
David,
get sleepy too.
David, you know I was up there. I stay up late.
You're not even allowed out of the house past a certain time.
10 o'clock, boys. I'm
He's-
dead.
That's called deflecting. So you gonna come? He's gonna come.
I'll stay up.
Hey, if you treat me right,
I'll
it's a double.
Look,
entendre there.
he's getting.
No,
he's
I was
wiping
rubbing
his
my
eye.
eye, dude, because I had something in my eye. Bring us back up on stage. Thank you, Scott.
I'd like to see it. UFC is boring, but come on, guys, let's get real here.
What? What are you talking about?
I like
it's
watching
the
girls
only good
fight better.
sport. It's the only good
Girls,
sport.
I mean, they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, girls.
I
girls
like
like
my
that.
favorite
watching girls.
girl fight was Ioanni and Jacek versus that Japanese alien.
Again, signaling
Yes,
the
with
alien.
the
See
alien
her
head.
big-ass
Yeah.
head?
That
Wow.
was one of the greatest girl fights ever.
All right, read
So,
what we're doing. here.
Federal Bureau of
We're never gonna get
Investigation.
past this. These guys keep giving us money.
What is it? Okay, hold on.
Quit giving so much
Nancy,
money.
you got to read the thing. There it is.
My birthday is June 27th. Always gets celebrated with the Gay Pride Parade.
I'm
Frown
sorry,
face.
Sparrow Nose. That's
That's unfortunate.
That's
I'm
gay. That's
I'm
a gay
sorry
thing.
Those homos stole your birthday.
Well, from now on, that's what June's about. No longer about men touching penises. Now, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, it says flying saucers. It's written there. But another thing to draw attention to is the Dear Sirs. And what I like about 1969, which is when this was typed out,
Nice.
is they were not nice. They were not talking to women.
Oh, yeah.
They
That's
go,
great.
hey, to the sirs in the building. Now, because number one, either women didn't work there or they knew that they did work there, but they were unimportant.
Woman?
No. It's more
had
than
to
one
tell
woman.
The women about it, just like the church. The
Yes.
women remain silent. If you got any questions, ask the men. The men
That's right.
disseminate the
They
info.
do as they're
That's
told.
correct.
They read the chats when we tell them.
So, dear sirs, not even to whom it may concern, because if it concerns a woman, this isn't for you. Dear sirs, there currently are rumors over the grapevine and in print that suggest men with Oriental features. What the fuck, bro?
My favorite girl fight was between Mommy Corbo and Daddy
Hey,
Alberino.
take that back, G-Pie. I'm a man. The fuck, bro?
Hey.
So in print that suggests men with Oriental features wearing dark clothes go around terrorizing people who have had close-up views of UFOs. Interesting. So
Wait.
rumors of Asian men with dark clothes that terrorize people who have had UFO encounters.
Oh.
It is also rumored these creatures, that's an interesting thing to say, creatures have impersonated armed forces officers and FBI investigators. They are supposed to ride
Men in
around.
Black, right?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what they're describing, dog. They are supposed to ride around in black or dark automobiles that either have old license tags or none at all. Several are reported to have attempted to run down witnesses of UFO sightings, made disturbing, almost macabre phone calls. I don't know what that word means. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right.
Macabre
I
is
think
kind
it's
of like
macabre, isn't it?
yeah, macabre.
Take it back.
Macabre.
Macabre.
Thanks, Nance.
How dare you?
I thought a macabre was a macabre. Phone calls silenced several investigators who were supposed to have learned some dark secrets about extraterrestrial craft or mission plans, and open mail, tapped telephones, and even taken pictures of several homes where UFOs witnessed or witnesses of UFOs lived. Can you give me any information on such rumors? Or can you refer me to a source whose faculties can answer my questions? Not a woman.
Is there
Specified.
any penises that can explain it?
Yes, anybody with fucking a dick. This information will help settle some disturbing questions. The readers of my articles. That's just a screwed up sentence. Personally, I am not sure at all whether I can fully accept these rumors as facts. I need more information. Any information you supply can ease the worries of people who feel that the objects unknown they see in the sky may portend the visit of a mysterious visitor. Okay. Yours truly, Mr. Larry Stevens. P.S. If there are any pamphlets covering the FBI's functions you feel I will need, please send them along. Mr. Larry Stevens, that's interesting. I guess he was a journalist of sorts. But 1969 is a really early historical instance of Men in Black or stories about Men in Black.
Roswell, when was that? 53?
53 or 57 is in the 50s. I know that, but
69, would that be the moon landing?
Oh, I don't know.
It's crazy how
we never went
everything
there.
just shot up after that. I've had conversations with people. It's like, 1953.
Oh yeah.
We slowly progressed, but
Mhm.
then that event happened, and it just like technology skyrocketed. And
Yep.
Brad Lale, shout out to Brad.
Oh, shout out to Brad of the Awaken podcast.
Yeah, I had him on the show not that long ago, and we were talking about aliens and stuff. And he's got some pretty good theory, man, and good evidence to back it up too. He started going through all these UFO encounters and placed them on maps and pinned them. And then he got maps of ley lines and maps of what's the name of that? Quartz stone and different kind of things.
Okay.
And started overlapping them on top. And every single one of those, really famous UFO things happened where magnetite and quartz were highly concentrated and were very close to ley lines. And he's like, I think that this energy release from these stones and these ley lines like open, I don't know, like a portal or they absorb this energy to manifest.
Yeah.
And he showed all these different things on a map, dude, and they all correlate. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I remember Brad talking about something to that effect on our show, and it's like, yeah, quartz is,
Like
I mean,
memory chip.
They use this in computer chips. Is you can store memory on it, and I even remember with the idea with the crystal quartz skulls, or at least some of the crystal skulls were made of quartz. Some of them were obvious frauds. Other ones had no tool markings on them whatsoever. And somebody proposed the idea of like how much information could be stored on a quartz crystal of that size. And I was like, fuck, that makes it even sexier.
The Superman movies were even advertising that stuff. You remember back in the day, even like the original ones, like when I was a kid, he had these crystals and he'd slide them into these little crystal holders into his cave, and it would play memories and recordings.
Yeah.
And this is before, maybe the government had this type of technology, but us normal folk didn't have it.
Kal-El.
Dude, this is so crazy. By the way, all right, bring this up on stage. We have 2 back-to-back bangers on X. Number 1, Laura Loomer. Once again, I don't care about aliens. I'm more interested in deporting illegal aliens. Very funny. Laura Loomer hates everybody, hates mankind. Jake Shields. Demons are literally shout out to Dustin Nemos, that faggot. And then, of course, you have this hilarious video where somebody's that's very funny. That's very funny. So I don't know, man. I mean, keep an eye on the internet today.
The algorithm giveth and it taketh away.
It do be. Who knows? I mean, you can probably just scroll through this endlessly throughout the day and find all of these things.
You could, but you could also scroll through this and find something else very nice.
Messages from Mom.
We told you this show had no rhyme or reason.
This could go either way. This could either be a climax of the show, or we could be bringing it in for a nice, relaxing,
What would you call it? Chafing?
Sometimes messages from Mom can feel like chafing.
No, you're talking about on the verge, but not going all
edging.
the way. Edging.
You definitely don't want to be chafing.
Chafing.
I don't think you want to be
with
edging either. Ooh, that's a horrifying combo.
Always becoming. Okay. All right, what's this one about? Jack McLean. So this doesn't really have any of the hallmarks of what we'd like to see in a messages from Mom. Nobody pointing.
No,
we don't know what's going to happen here. We're going live tonight at 9:30. We're giving away. Is this fucking another advertisement for another podcast?
Is she just sending you stuff?
It's been a while, but we are going live tonight at
No,
9:30 p.m.
We saw this one last time.
Nobody find
this. This one's it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
This is the right one.
Make it big screen for us so I can see, because I can't see anything.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Virus outbreak, a little bit suspicious. Like, why would they make them leave the boat? Wouldn't they just quarantine the boat and not make the disease leave? Like, apparently this is 40 times stronger than COVID. Talking of COVID, this is a Pfizer data sheet which somehow has hantavirus inside of it. And hey, have you seen this from 2024, where a Korean University Vaccine Innovation Center collaborated with the Moderna on mRNA-based hantavirus vaccine developments? They've been developing this vaccine
it's the fear,
for a long time. It's like,
this one.
I don't know, maybe they knew there was going to be an outbreak of...
Doc, this is the first time you're playing this game, right?
Yes.
Okay. Usually, so we'll have bets. Is that guy going to talk? Is he going to point? This is regular TikTok shit. And then we'll go on to how scared are you on a scale of 1 to scared.
Oh, yeah. By the way, when he says, are they going to talk or are they going to point? You ever see a TikTok video where sometimes they just go
point and they go.
And they never talk. They just point at somebody else talking.
Yes.
Or sometimes they point and then they do start talking. So it's a little game.
Oh, this is good information. This is relative and timely information.
It is. Now, actually, I want to play this. I know it's messages from Mom, but this is directly connected to this.
Okay.
This is from the
garbage.
X-Files.
This is garbage.
Yeah. This is from the X-Files.
Let you know right up front.
This is a little bit long.
I was right about Dallas, wasn't I?
How are you right?
Are you familiar with the hantavirus at your mother?
Yeah, it was a deadly virus spread by field mice in the southwestern United States several years ago.
According to the
By the way, damn, Mulder. That was great.
You be knowing shit.
newspaper, FEMA was called out to manage an outbreak of the hantavirus. Are you familiar with what the Federal Emergency Management Agency's real power is? FEMA allows the White House to suspend constitutional government upon declaration of a national emergency. Think about that. What is an agency with such broad sweeping power doing managing a small viral outbreak in suburban Texas?
You're saying it wasn't such a small outbreak?
No. I'm saying it wasn't the hantavirus.
Well, what was it?
Fucking aliens.
Bad
What was it?
When we were young men in the military, your father and I were recruited for a project. They told us it was biological warfare, a virus.
What killed those men?
What killed them, I won't even write about. We have no context for what killed those men, or any appreciation of the scale at which it'll be unleashed in the future.
A plague?
A plague to end all plagues, Agent Mulder. A silent weapon for a quiet war. The systematic release of an indiscriminate organism for which the men who will bring it on still have no cure. They've been working on this for 50 years. While the rest of the world have been fighting crooks and commies, these men have been secretly negotiating a planned Armageddon.
Negotiating with whom?
I think you know.
Ooh,
The whom
spooky
I don't
shit.
know.
The whom is aliens.
Yeah.
So
it's
in the
X-Files.
fucking X-Files, they're talking about the hantavirus. It's not really the hantavirus. It's an indiscriminate organism that they don't have a cure for because it's of alien origins. So the hantavirus is coming out.
Hold on. Nancy, are you there? She's gonna mess the show up. It's crazy.
Come on, Nance.
Sometimes he said, "Oh, I want a
one
Nancy.
job, Nance.
I want a producer." Do you? Look.
Oh, she's not added to the stage.
She's not even on the stage. She's
That's
unmuted.
why.
All right, Nancy, go ahead.
I'll have jars of hantavirus for sale.
Where?
You couldn't finish.
For whatever reason, Nancy, your entire chat, your mic cut out.
Sorry, something happened. I'll have jars of hantavirus for sale exclusively at Bro Grove.
What happened over there, Nancy?
What
Did
happened,
Did
Nancy?
the children
Stop
get out of the
Did
car?
you hot noodles on your laptop?
Don't worry about it.
All right, fine.
Who
Thank
was
you,
that?
Nance.
Thank you, whoever sent that money. So
Doofus.
Thank you, Doofus.
He said I was built like Artemis earlier. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
The fucking spacecraft.
Oh, penis.
Good God.
I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the one that falls down. It's kind of bell
The
shaped.
booster. The booster. So
It's the baggy shirt, bro. I'm not that big.
it is insane. Yeah,
Don't be
Nancy
hurting
was
my
buffering. We managed to convince a kid that came in here one day that Nancy was AI.
Yeah,
I'm not so convinced she's not.
she might be.
So it's just remarkable that as hantavirus is suddenly gaining massive virality, no pun intended, super pun intended. I did that on
Super pun
purpose.
intended.
'Cause I'm clever as shit. We also have alien disclosure happening.
Yeah.
Like that is just
Well, you know what else we got? More messages from Mom.
Nancy.
Let's check it out.
Sing the song. Sing messages from Mom.
No.
Bitch, do something.
All right, hey,
I'm sorry.
talk to her like that.
Messages
Wait, is
from
Nancy?
Mom.
Thank you. It's cool.
Before. If you're a Christian claiming Christ, watch this.
Why? Because he's a Christian. So real or artificial? What? Is he a real Christian or artificial? Well, he believes in God. Say he believes in God. Demons believe in God. Believing in God is the easy part. That alone does not win you access to heaven, or else Lucifer himself would still be there. Do not be tricked by a person's claim of belief. Belief is simply information. Obedience is transformation. Belief acknowledges the throne. Obedience kneels before it.
What is happening right now?
I'm not sure, but
She's preaching.
yeah, but who's this lady in the
Who?
doorway? She looks scared.
Oh, there's someone in the doorway, but someone on a MacBook, but there's another guy pointing.
Yeah, there's layers of like confusing. Like, is she showing you the recording on her MacBook and this guy showing you the recording on her MacBook?
I don't know, but I like it. Are you scared?
I'm confused. I
Good.
mean, the message is good.
It's very similar to Fear.
But like looking at it, I'm like, what am I looking
Make
at?
it big screen for us because I can't even like.
No,
it's
don't
kinda
worry about
small.
it.
All right, fine.
Here we go. We have Kim Jong-un. He's been in the news for a
Oh,
while.
now is
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un just going to point? Is he going to talk?
He doesn't
Is he-
defecate. Did you know that?
Is that
Oh,
true?
I've heard that. Yeah, I heard that. That's true.
He makes no poopies?
No poopies.
Our dear leader, he's perfect.
And make sure all the school teaching the children how to be a homosexual and make sure they all teach about the transgender. So that is what important to me.
That shit's so hilarious.
Damn, bro. Hey,
Got
don't show me
him.
you fucking laughing.
You seen the
bearded guy.
American plug-in guy? I think it's the same guy because the voice sounds the same. But he's like, he shows two sockets side by side, and one's vertical and the other's horizontal. He's like, This right here is an American socket. And then he goes over and pans to the horizontal ones. He's like, this is a Chinese socket.
This is a really great. It actually made me upset that I can't do that good of a Chinese accent. I got to work on it.
Oh, he's
I
crushing.
think yours is pretty.
Oh, you guys
that's
are gonna
all right.
love.
That's all right.
You're gonna love this next one from Mom. She really knows what's up, and I wonder if she knows that I've had this guy.
Oh, yeah, she has
on the
no
show.
idea we've had Gary Wayne.
She's like, yeah, she'll tell me shit like, she's like, you have to listen to this guy. And I'm like, well, we fucking talked to this guy 2 years ago.
Consider that man a friend.
And she goes, I'll say, no, he's been on the show. And she goes, no, you don't.
It's so crazy.
Hey, I got Gary's number. You may call him up.
Yeah,
Call
give
him
him
up.
a
What do you
call.
think
Tell him-
about aliens?
Tell him my mom's a fan. All right, so are the 13 families descended from the Nephilim? Let us know, Gary.
Fucking hell yeah, Gary.
Who's this guy?
On the deep end.
Are those 13 families traceable back to the Nephilim?
Yes, they would keep their genealogies that go back into prehistory. They'll go back twofold, one to a Nephilim or a Rephaim patriarch or matriarch, and to one of the.
Do we need to listen to it?
We talked
No, we
about
just did
this
that
last
episode. This is literally the
Go
episode
check
that we
it out.
just did.
Okay, so this is also part of messages from Mom.
Yeah, dude. She will send us stuff that like it's like, hey, we talk about that on this show. She's like, you guys are fucking retards and you suck. Why is this guy talking about it?
Mom, this is old news.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. We are retards and we kind of suck, but it's a little demeaning when we go, all right.
That's basically what messages from Mom is. It's frustration and demeaning.
Yeah, it's like it's more like, hey, look at these guys do it better than you. That
Yeah,
kind of thing.
And they do. They are.
It's like,
And
if you watch my show, Mom,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
already know.
Show. Why come you don't watch my show, Mom?
Watch my show.
All right, we had the last message from Mom, and then maybe we can get out of here, whatever.
All right.
Here we go. Let's see what this one says. This guy, I don't know. I'll put a full.
What the fuck is going on?
I bet he talks.
Oh,
yeah, he's
he
definitely going to
talks.
talk. His name's Tyler.
No, what does it say at the bottom? Trump goes to hell.
He's gonna weed.
Oh, it's going to be an impression. God damn
No
it.
matter how many times I tell her this is a pro-Trump show.
That's right. We are pro the Antichrist. Stop sending us impressions of Trump. Every episode she sends us a Trump
One
impression.
of them was funny.
One of them was really
Believe
funny.
me.
Oh my god. That like demon thing reading Trump's tweets was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. All right. Here, let's see. We'll give her a shot.
President Donald J. Trump.
Another president.
Anybody else in here?
We have a lot. Wait, are you a dictator or a president?
You know, a lot of people are saying he's a dictator, but I really am not. I'm not.
Dictators have a higher chance of getting in here.
I'm a dictator.
Which one are you?
I'm the greatest president in the history of the United
So a
States.
president. Wow.
Not just president, not just.
I'm very confused.
You're not very good at your job. You have a manager?
You mean Lucifer?
I want to talk to him.
Boss.
What?
He says he's a president.
Ooh, how many people have you killed?
I'm a great president. I'm a great one.
So not a lot. Not good enough for help.
Thousands and thousands of people have died because of me. You know, maybe even.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. You know what it is? His Spanish accent poking through the Trump impersonation makes makes me feel really racist.
Makes it rough. I tell her all the time too. I said, just the fans are not going to go for this. These fans, pro-Trump, super pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Some of them I call Q-tards.
Oh,
And she
yeah,
just-
yeah. I
He's
was
not as
thinking
good as the guy you had last year at Broke Grove.
Not even close.
See,
No.
that's the thing.
Much
She doesn't
better
even realize
Trump.
we've had the greatest Trump impersonator for the greatest moment in history at Bro
That's what I was
Grove.
about to say. He got to announce the bombs dropping, didn't he?
Yeah, so
Just letting you know, guys. We bombed Iran.
it was the greatest ever. We had him reading Trump's tweets.
I
Yeah, Trump.
consistently forget that happened.
Good times.
Thanks, Mom. Well, I mean, those were messages from Mom. What did you think about the segment?
And you could say it fucking was terrible when it was trash.
Or was
and
it good? Like,
Be
what-
brutally honest.
Do you
No, I
get
think it was
messages from
great.
your mom?
It was great improv.
Okay.
All right.
It is. That's what it is. It's more like, can you flex this muscle? Can you?
Right.
Let's
Can
test
you
your
adapt?
reflexes.
You know what she's doing every time? She goes, your show's not that good. I bet you if I threw a monkey wrench in it, it would be terrible.
That's what the show
That's
is.
what it really is.
That's
yeah.
what messages from Mom is. It's like our flex of like, can we dodge the monkey
wrench that she's whipping at our fucking
Like
face.
Lucky over there throwing the wrench.
Yeah.
You can dodge a
You
wrench.
can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a fucking ball.
Is it
Yeah, dude.
necessary that I drink my own urine? No, it's sterile and I like the taste.
Yep. That's it. That's every episode of fucking messages from Mom.
Doc, would you say, and I'd say we ask people this all the time, but not in your overall life. We don't care about your life.
No.
But in just today,
Oh, yeah.
were you having fun?
Oh, dude, I had a blast. I always have a blast with you guys.
You better say that shit. David, tell him you better say that.
I have this really fun image we could show on the way out that's supposed